In this how to shoot 3-pointers in NBA 2K26, I'm going to show you exactly this. So I'll just have a little go with one. In it goes. Beautiful. So the first thing you need to do to shoot 3-pointers in NBA 2K26 is be beyond this line. So this is the line for 3 points. So if you're this side of it, it's 2 points. If you're outside it, it will be 3 points. The next thing you need is a player who can shoot quite well at 3-pointers, such as White here. You can see got a nice shot there, but it doesn't mean that White will get every single shot. If I mess up the timing like here, we won't get the 3-pointer. So how can you improve that, or what sort of relates to how good they are? If you're playing standard NBA 2K seasons with proper players or real players, if you hit your pause button and have a little look at substitutions, you'll see this sort of screen here, and we can see who's good at 3-pointers. So we can see White is A- for 3-pointers, so is Vucevic. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. And then you can see other players aren't quite so good. So maybe Collins here is not good at 3-pointers, only C+ there. So the higher that rating, the better. Now, I'm also going to talk about my team for this as well in a moment, because there's a important rating that you've got to get for that to help with 3-pointers. But I just want to show you where we are first to practice it, just so you get used to it and get used to the bar, which is the most important thing. So under the root menu, learn 2K, go into there, and then just go along here until you get to freestyle. So in here, you can pick current NBA teams or classic NBA teams with L1, R1, and then L2, R2 will flick you between the classics. So you can see here 85, 86 balls. So we can go with those, start the game. And you might go, oh yeah, Jordan can smash in 3-pointers. And indeed, Jordan might be able to do a 3-pointer. However, his skill rating at 3-pointers isn't actually that good. So whilst we'll get some in there, did you see that the green bar at the top was absolutely tiny? It's just my timing's that good. Just in this example it is. So again, if we look at the substitutions here, you can see Jordan is only actually 3-pointer C-. So if I select him, I'll be better off with Macy here. Select there, swap them around, and now that's the practice player. Down the bottom you see it says confirm, so the little button there for it. I'll say yes. Come out of here, and now we're with Macy, and we should see a slightly higher green bar. Amusingly, I just nearly fluffed that, but even if I'm not perfect, the chances of Macy making a 3-pointer is higher than Jordan because of that rating. So what's going on with that bar, and can you improve it? Yes, you can. So what I'm doing, there's 2 ways you can do it. You can hold down square on the controller, and it would do that. So I'm holding it down and releasing it when it gets to the green part of the bar. So we'll have a little look at that again. I fluffed that one up, so it's probably going to bounce up. So you can see the chances of error are quite high. That one was really close, but I didn't get it. That one was perfect. You want to get it in that green slot, so ideally a perfect shot like that. Now, another thing you can check are hot zones. Down the bottom there, you can see if I hit the screens button, this shows whether there's any hot areas for this player. And this player has no hot zones whatsoever, but I'm going to talk about that quickly in a minute as well. So now you know where to practice it and how you adjust that time. And so we hold that square. Your other option, if you wish, is you can use your right stick button, but I find that harder. You just pull right stick down. Some people prefer that. I hate it, but you know, that's entirely up to you. You can see I fluffed up both of those. But if we go closer, then we'll get a bigger bar. So let's go into my career, and I just want to finish off on that and show you a couple of things that are going to help you improve your 3-pointers in there. Okay, so I'm in my career here, and if we hit the pause button, the most important thing for 3-pointers is if you go to progression and have a little look at attributes. There's your 3-point shot. So the higher that setting, the easier you're going to find 3-point shots. So you can see in the build that I've got at the minute, I could make it up to 92 max. However, it's at 71 at the minute. If I hit the left stick to pump that up, if I wanted to go all the way to 92, it'll set me back 32,000 VC. I could actually do that because the edition I got gave me 100,000, but I'm trying to just play the game and earn my way up to the best ratings if I can. So that's what I'm doing here. So take your time and gradually improve that if you want to improve your 3-pointers. Also, you've got the area here with the My Court where you can practice stuff. So if you go over here and then try shooting, you can see that that bar was quite slim, and also the bar shot up pretty quickly. So it gives you an idea where my player is rated compared to the other one. So I've got to get it pretty much perfect to, get that there. So is there anything else you can do to help this? Yes. So another thing you can do, if we hit the, oh, hang on, I've got to just come out here. So quit this game here, is there's a couple of things that can help you out. So if you hit the pause button, you've got GOAT skills. One of them is the Long Ranger. So if you jump into here, the first skill slot, I think it's on as default, the Long Ranger, and it says if you attempt 3 3-point shots in a game, you'll get a boost. So check out my 3-point shot. It goes from 71 to 97 for 4 minutes of a game. So if you're playing a game, just keep shooting 3-pointers, and when it goes up to 97, you're going to find it a lot easier. So that's a big tip for you to improve that. Also, over time, you should be able to unlock badges that will help with 3-pointers. So, for example, Deadeye here, once I get up to a 73 mid-range shot, or 73 3-point shot, then I'll be able to unlock a badge, and it says jump shots taken with the defender closing out receive less of a penalty from a shot contest. So not only have you got this issue here when you're in a game and you're trying to shoot from outside here, if a player's in front of you and jumps up or even sticks their hand near you or they're close to you, it's going to be more difficult to fire out the 3-point shot. So you will get an even more difficult bar to hit. Whilst it's hard when your player sucks at 3-pointers, you may be able to improve your hot zones by going over to the art of shooting in the city. So there we are there, and we'll go in here and just have a little look at it. But you can work on a zone, and if you manage to do well with your shooting, you may be able to get a hot zone. Now, I can't show you today what the drill is, but basically you can select a hot zone to work on, and if you manage to shoot numerous times from there, your zone may be improved, so you'll get a better performance from it. However, I can't do that today, so I can't show you it. Plus, my player's still a bit rubbish at 3-pointers, so you can see that bar is still really slim, and it's still really hard for me to hit them. Even though I'm currently rated at 71, I have to hit a perfect shot there, and you can see that bar goes up so fast, it's really difficult. One last thing that may help you out is if you go through the options in my career, have a little look at Customize Hub. If you find anything about the jump shot annoying, like the excellent bar that pops up or the perfect release thing, so I've got that off at the minute, but if I wanted that on, I could have that on here. But if that's annoying to you or too distracting, you can turn things off. You can also turn off the sound effects. You can have your shot meters vary, the rebound indicators. There's all sorts of stuff in here, but if we look at the shot meter here, we can say whether we want it on or off. If you don't want that on, you can turn it off like that. You can have different colors, different sizes here, so we can have a larger bar if we want, or a smaller bar, whatever you prefer. So you've got all those different options there. So there you go, that's how to shoot 3-pointers in NBA 2K26. I hope it helped you out. If it did, thumbs up please, much appreciated. Thanks.